Welcome back everybody, Kaiton's here, and we're back again with Football Manager 17 in Carmarthen Town. And since the last episode, incredible 2 wins against Port Talbot and taking down the giants that are the New Saints 3-1. We've been on some really good form. We've lost just one game, however that was against Llandudno, the team we're playing today in the Nathaniel MG Cup semi-final, so hopefully we can use that as motivation to bounce back. Apart from that, mostly wins, 6 wins, 1 in the JD Welsh Cup third round, a rather easy game, played a fully rotated side. Then we beat Connors Cree, again with a fully rotated side. 2 late comebacks actually against Kevin Druids, brought on Aidan Smith and Carroll. Carroll got the assist, Aidan Smith got a goal and an assist. So yeah, they really changed the game, those 2 substitutions. Similar against Connors Cree, I played Hanford as a very attacking fullback and he got 2 goals, so that was good for him. Apart from that, 1-1 draw against Real, a bit disappointing really. As you can see, Aidan Smith and Mark Jones just getting goals galore. I think that was a penalty, was it? Oh no, here, this was a penalty. Mark Jones scored a penalty in a 2-0 win against Cardiff Met. Also scored a penalty against Airbus, and then yeah, we lost against Llandudno. Unfortunately, Spittle got a red card, which put him out the next game. Due to the insane foresight of the New Saints only losing to us, we are still second despite some amazing form, both on 10 wins, but unfortunately they've drawn 2 games where we've lost 2 games. But to be second against such a superior team is really quite an achievement in my opinion, and we've got 2 of the 3 top goal scorers. Carl Lamb from Real is the only other in the list. So yeah, that's pretty good for us. A really solid first season as it currently stands, and to be second wouldn't be bad. Getting into Europa League like qualification spots, maybe we can do something decent with that. Get a bit of money and try and become professional and challenge against the New Saints. But anyway, today we're playing Llandudno in the semi-final. I've put a completely strong team out. Josh Green, Vincent Sermon, Kano and Bassett, Spittle, Lewis, Giglio, Mark Jones and Aidan Smith, and hopefully they can do something. So yeah, we'll get into the game. Our opposition also playing a 4-4-2, slightly deeper midfield duo than us I think. But are more attacking wingers, so maybe they'll try and push on our fullbacks, but hopefully we can repel them due to just being a better side overall. We've had an injury, unfortunately it's my goalkeeper, and had it been a 7-man bench, I have actually been putting my spare goalkeeper on the bench, but because there's only 5 players, he and one of my wingers, no, one of my fullbacks even, no, my centre-back, him and my centre-back were the ones taken off, and Idzi has now proceeded to get an injury, and it could be bad, shoulder injury, because my second choice keeper is not overly good. Who on the bench do I think would make a good keeper? In the end I went with Nathan Cottrell. They all had a rating of 2, goalkeeper rating of 2, but Cottrell has the best jumping reach, so naturally I assumed he's quite tall. Well, he's not actually 5'8", but yeah, actually undo last. I thought he had the best jumping reach, but he's not the tallest, and that might actually be more important. Luke Cummings, oh no, Kerry Morgan. Okay, Kerry Morgan, you get it in the end. You're taller. There you go. Hopefully he does a job, and hopefully this doesn't ruin us against a weaker side. Well, not a weaker side, but yeah, hopefully having a weakened goalkeeping situation doesn't affect us too bad. I'm hoping he's just not tested in this game, but that might see us go out the cup not having put a goalkeeper on the bench. I almost never do, but have been this series just due to the lack of depth at the club. I haven't been able to pick a player who is suitable to go on that 6th bench spot, but we have a long chance to counter. Aidan Smith picks up Mark Jones. Mark Jones passes his man. Beautiful goal, 1-0. 10 minutes in, and despite an injury to our goalkeeper, it's not looking too bad. Here we see in 3D, Aidan Smith picks up Mark Jones, passes his man who's left rooted, and looks up and just picks out the back of the net, slams it. That's like a toe poke, that is, proper hard hit. We have another chance now. Aidan Smith passes into Mark Jones, but he's tackled, but Giglio on the back post gets the 2-0. A mistake, a defensive error. They're tackled but fail to clear the ball properly and lands at Giglio's feet, who just taps it home. Here we see it. Aidan Smith runs out, beautiful ball into Jones, tackled by Joyce, but the free ball, Giglio at the back post. Lovely, 2-0. Jago to Buckley. They've got a chance to attack now. I don't know any of their names, I don't know why I'm saying, but Llandudno another chance to attack. Bassett with an absolute hoof of a clearance though. Llandudno with another attack, but it's cut out. Now we can build from the back. Green picks out Mark Jones, the target man. Smith running off him. Back to Spittle. The midfield's got hold of it now. Out to Bassett. Bassett into Smith. Smith. Oh, Mark Jones straight offside, so he couldn't pass forward. Spittle again though. Defensive midfielder picks out Mark Jones. Plays Smith in. 3-0. This is a demolition. Absolutely beautiful. Against what's probably a reserve. Oh no, actually, looking how tired they are, it looks like they are first team. and just tired from last weekend. Hopefully this won't happen to us against, I think it's Bala we're playing next, the third place team. The only other team keeping up with no Saints and us, but hopefully the fact that we're tired next game doesn't affect us too much. So I've made 2 further changes, just started the second half. To make all 3 of my changes, I put Cotterill on, because I'm quite sure Kane Owen has 1 yellow card away from a suspension in all competitions, so I kind of don't want him to get a yellow card. And Mark Jones off because he's a vital player, so I put Liam Thomas on instead, although no, Liam Thomas can do a good enough job, and hopefully that should be it for the game. It looks well and truly over. Just resting players for the next game, basically. We have a chance. Bassett hit the crossbar. I don't know how much of that I managed to record, but Bassett with a vicious shot bounces off the crossbar, unfortunately. We have a corner. Bassett whips it in. Sermon Vincent back post. It's cleared off the line by one of their players. Fortunate let off for them, but 3-0 is still quite an embarrassing scoreline. They've gone for a narrow 4-3-3 to go all out attack in the last few minutes. But it looks like we've secured a nice comfortable 3-0 win, puts us in good form, ready for the next game against, I believe it's Bala. They've got 1 last attack of the game. Hopefully this comes to nothing. It does indeed, and now just waiting for the full-time whistle. So that's it for this game, and I'll see you against Bala in a second. From the first half of this episode, the bit of news is that we are playing, who is it, Bangor City in the final of the Nathaniel MG Cup, which won't be too long. It's what, January, so 2 months, roughly 2 months time. It's a lowly rated cup, 111th in the world. But today we're playing against Bala. As you can see, they have been playing a similar formation to TNS, actually, a narrow 4-2-3-1. We lost them earlier in the season. Here you see it was right at the beginning, was it? Yeah, here we go, 3-2, a home loss. That was one of 2 losses in the season so far, which have seen us drop a bit, and even if we win today we can't go up top, but we can sort of cement that second spot and keep it rather safe for us. And this is a side I've picked for today, fairly similar to previously. I think Josh Green in for Josh Green has been moved to midfield with Spittle moved off, and Sheehan playing at right back instead. I can't think of any other changes I made off the top of my head, and Jack Perry has to play because Izzy is injured for 3 to 4 weeks, which is rather unfortunate. But yeah, let's just get into the game, see what Bala looked like quickly, and hopefully we can get a win under our belts, which will help push us up the table. Let's have a quick look. Jake Watkins, he looks fast. Mark Jones, passing, he looks like a good playmaker style player from what little we can see. This guy looks a bit more like almost a defensive forward. Obviously he's a midfielder, so a more natural attacking forward, and this guy looks like he could score some goals just because of his off the ball and finishing. The midfield duo, they've got an international player for Guinea-Bissau. That's quite impressive. Really good long shots and seems decently fast actually. And Jamie Crawford, he looks like the defensive midfielder of the lot. Obviously you can see we don't know much about opposition. It's very fast looking, decent defensively. Left back, Tony Quinn, he looks good, a decent paced but not very good in the air. Centre back, hopefully Mark Jones can take advantage of that. This guy looks a bit slower but a bit better in the air. And Leo Owens, the final player we're going to look at, he looks pretty good actually attacking, but not as good defensively. So hopefully their team isn't much better than ours, and maybe even equal, and our 4-4-2 hoofed up tactic can sort of work something against them. I just blinked and they've scored. Unfortunately, Bala have scored from out of nowhere basically. You will see it in 3D in a second now. I'm waiting for it to load. Yeah, I just wasn't paying attention. I looked back and here it was, same passage of play. Watkins through, left-footed volley, past the keeper. Yeah. Well, this isn't going well. 6 minutes in and we're 1-0 down. And Bala have another chance. Bassett clears it only as far as Connolly, who can bring the ball back in for them. Back to Owens. Quinn, don't know why I'm naming them. Basically Bala playing well set. Sheehan with a lovely clearance. Mark Jones is onside here. He's through. Mark Jones, oh bugger, he hit the inside of the post and it didn't even go in. It's bounced back off the post. We still have the ball though. It was out for a throw in, and Mark Jones, another chance. Morris saves this time. Mark Jones with 2 brilliant chances and hit the woodwork once and has saved the second time. And Bala have a chance here, out wide. Can they get a good cross in? Oh, lovely block by Owen, who hasn't had the best of the game until now. Oh, Sheehan just scored an own goal. 2-0. This is not going well. Here we see in 3D Owen actually tackles him, but unfortunately doesn't get the loose ball. Connolly headers it, and Sheehan hits his bum as the keeper goes to catch it. Catches the keeper wrong-footed, and we're losing 2-0 to Bala. Kate Owen is having an absolutely dreadful game. Lee Sermon not the best, and Aidan Smith isn't the best. I'm going to say not good enough, and I'm going to take Kate Owen off and put. Actually, Hanford's in really good form, so I'm going to play him. I've decided. We have a chance here. Bassett is tackled unfortunately by, is it Matthew Jones? It's some sort of Jones. Watkins from range, 3-0. Oh, we're just being demolished. Here it is in 3D. Jones passes it forward to Watkins. Watkins pulls it back beautifully onto his right foot and just volleys it into the top corner. Perry can't get anywhere near that. And we're losing 3-0. Absolute demolition. Fortunately, oh no, now we will be in third due to goal difference. So I'm making two other changes. I'm playing my wide midfielders as wingers now in hope they'll do something a bit more creative, and I put Cotterill on for the seriously underperforming Giglio. I've also put on taken off Aidan Smith and put Liam Thomas up front as an advanced forward. Hopefully a bit more attacking flair on the wings, allowing them being wingers will help. We've got a chance now. Mark Jones out to Bassett. Bassett as a winger, can he do something a bit better? No, he's tackled by Stevens. Bloody hell. And Bala still building forward. Gibbs on the left here, forward to Watkins, Gibbs, Jones, Watkins again, 4-0. Bugger. And let's just watch us get torn apart in 3D, shall we? Jones passes it through to Watkins, immediately strikes it in. Oh, we've been so good this season. Oh, Bala have had a goal kick now. Hanford, that's a terrible pass by Hanford, and they've got the ball again. They've just absolutely dominated us. And it's using the same tactic TNS did, just here for some reason it's worked amazingly, completely outnumbering us in the middle, whereas against the New Saints we somehow won by getting the ball forward to Mark Jones and Aidan Smith, who kept scoring for us. They've got another chance here from a corner, whips it in. Luckily we headed it clear only as far as Jones, back out to Connolly, across goal. Fortunately it's out for a corner. It's out for a corner. Thought it was a goal kick. They've got another corner. 12 minutes left, and well, we've lost this game, that's for sure. But can we get some dignity back? I highly doubt it. Still playing a very pump it up style. It's just not worked in this game, unfortunately. I can't. Well, I know why. It's because they're playing so many in the middle. They've just dominated us. But just no. So here it is in free kick in 3D. Connolly free kick around the wall into a corner. I mean, the wall wasn't even put in the right place because the wall's meant to block those sorts of shots. But yeah, whatever. And it's full time, 5-0. Absolutely demolished. We have. They completely shredded us apart through the centre. We just didn't counter effectively at all. Yeah, he's put an end to that. And that is a terrible result, which has really affected our chances of certainly a first place spot, but even second, because we got absolutely trounced 5-0. Up until now we've actually been really good, playing really well, consistently, a fair few clean sheets even, and then today we just got demolished by Bala. Bala have now done a double over us in the first half season. Fortunately, this league is set up that halfway through we get split up into a top 6 and a bottom 6, and we've come close to confirming our spot in the top 6, and then we play the second half of the season, and hopefully we can do some good. Next episode will be the second game against Aberystwyth, away game. I don't want to do the first one because there's such a big gap until the second. They're like, actually there isn't. I might as well. I'm going to do both home and away against Aberystwyth. The big rivalry that Carmarthen has with Aberystwyth will be played out home and away straight after each other. Hopefully we can do a double over them and really put a claim into those top 3 spots really. That sort of second place would be a good achievement, especially considering just the level above the New Saints are due to being professional. If you just skip through everybody else as semi-professional, and apart from the New Saints, who clearly have an advantage on anybody else in the league due to their superior quality. But anyway, demolition by Bala. After beating Llandudno 3-0, we just got demolished, unfortunately, and Bala did actually lose on the Wednesday against somebody in the Cup, but against Bangor City, clearly. But unfortunately we did get trounced, so I'll see you against Aberystwyth in those 2 games. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. Tell me how Football Manager 2017 is going for you, and goodbye.